welcome to my channel. Today you're gonna learn how to make this beautiful Queen of Dragons. I decided to make her white because I've seen a lot of dragon tutorials and nobody makes white dragons. I don't know why, they're so beautiful. So you're gonna learn how to make the full look, and well, I hope you enjoy, and if you want to learn how to make this, just keep watching.
To create the horns, we're going to start with some foil by grabbing pieces of foil and creating something that looks like this. We are gonna need 2 of these pieces, and these are gonna be the base for our main horns. Also, when you work with foil, be careful because you can get hurt just like I did. Once you have 2 pieces that look just the same, we're going to start working on how thick we want it to be. For that, we're just going to apply layers and layers and layers of foil. Once you have the size that you want, we're going to wrap this on electrical tape to make it look smoother. As you can see, it gives you a more professional looking horns. For the headpiece I designed, I'm gonna need more than 2, so I created these 2 little ones. As you can see, they're different size, and also these 2 with a total of 6 horns. Now it's time to paint them, and I'm using white acrylic paint. To create the headpiece, I would recommend you to get one of these styrofoam heads and place it in a plate with a very strong duct tape. To create the headpiece, we're going to secure these horns into the head with some duct tape. You can design it as you want. I just recommend you to do a sketch before you start working so you know how to place your horns. Now, to make all of this come together, we're gonna need some latex and some flour. Add the flour slowly till you get a paste that looks just like this. Apply the paste between your horns and in the front, because now we're going to create the headpiece. I'm using my fingers to sculpt and smooth out the surface, but make sure you have some latex on your fingers so the paste won't stick to you. Now that I'm happy with the headpiece, I'm gonna let it dry at least for 24 hours. I'm gonna be using some more flour because the latex gets sticky when it's dry, so we don't want it to stick to itself. So I'm just gonna apply a layer of flour on top, and also when we start peeling, we're gonna apply flour under it. When you do prosthetics or things with this paste, I would recommend you to be patient and peel it carefully, and don't forget to add flour because the last thing we want is to damage our work. To make the edges look better, I'm just gonna trim them down with some scissors. At this point, I'm just gonna put it back on the head and start painting with some white acrylic paint. I'm gonna let this dry and start with my makeup.
So I'm going to start by blocking my eyebrows using some glue and stick, and this glue is kind of purplish, but when it dries completely transparent, and we're just going to apply it by making sure that we cover all the hairs and in between the hairs. You could do circle movements in order to get the glue under the hairs too, and then you brush out. Make sure you put it enough at the beginning of the eyebrow because that's the place that we have more hairs in our eyebrows. And usually when you cover eyebrows, this area at the front is the area that you can see the most. So we're gonna apply a lot of glue and cover it all.
To dry them faster, you can use a blow dryer.
So now that my eyebrows are blocked, before painting, I'm gonna apply my ball cap. For applying my ball cap, I'm gonna put some Vaseline on the hairline because I really don't want any of the prosthetic glue to get on my hair because it really hurts. It hurts. So I'm just gonna go with some petroleum jelly or Vaseline around my hair, and we're gonna cover this little hairs, the baby hairs, in all these areas. For the ball cap, you're just gonna apply it like it was a swimming cap. You're gonna stretch it. I like to put it spray it on my eyebrows and then wrap on my hair. Once you have something like this, you gotta fix it. We're just gonna we're just gonna pull it a little bit up. There you go. And you gotta stretch the back really good, because otherwise you're gonna get like wrinkles on top of your head, and we don't want that. I'm gonna flip this part over and I'm gonna apply some of my prosthetic glue. And I'm just gonna go under and I'm just gonna apply it all around. I just cut some of this ball gap to let my ear out, and we secure this area.
More blow dryer.
I'm also applying a layer of latex through all the edges to make this look perfect. Once this is dry, I'm just gonna apply my base color, which is white for my dragon, and I'm using a water activated paint to do my first layer of white. Ooh, sexy. Just remember, this is the first layer. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we're just gonna apply white everywhere. Also, I'm not worried of covering all my ball cap because I'm gonna have the horns and then the hair. So I really don't need to pay much attention to that right now. We just wanna have a white base to start adding details into it. The lips can be the last thing you paint, because if you do this look, it's gonna take you a few hours. So you're gonna be probably drinking something and eating something. So there is no point at all of just eating paint with your food in. I'm gonna go over with some cream paint, apply it with the sponge all over, and then I'm gonna set the cream with some HD Studio powder from NYX. Now that I have my white base done, I'm gonna do the details of my neck. For that, I'm gonna be using this pencil from NYX just to do the actual sketch of the scales and the center of my neck. For the neck, I'm just gonna paint rectangles. For the scales, you're just gonna go with diamond shapes, and it's better to start from the top to the bottom, since the ones in the top are gonna overlap the ones in the bottom. Once you finish your sketch, I'm gonna add shadows by using the Perfect filter, and this is the Gloomy Days. And I'm gonna apply shadow with this color right here that is kind of a gray color. I'm applying the eyeshadow under each scale to make that shadow that you will get under the actual scale. Now with this creamy color, we're gonna go and add some 3D effects to our scales. And we're gonna go with the brush, and in the inner part, we're just gonna add that shadow. So these scales, in order to look more realistic, they're gonna need a lot of shadow, so be patient. I'm using a beige color right now to pop up the white a little bit more. We're gonna go over with more white in a second. This is a very easy makeup, just it takes a little bit of time because you gotta add all the shades. Just have fun with it. Now I'm gonna go with the brown, and I'm gonna add more shadows. Here you can see already how it improved a little bit, and now we're gonna do the other side, and then we're gonna go to our next layer of shadow. Now with the color black from this palette, I'm gonna add more shadows, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a detail brush, and I'm gonna add shadows where my actual scales meet. That will be like a semi-triangle. And I'm gonna do that all over in every single scale. This will also help to give more dimensions to our scales. I'm gonna use this NYX white liquid eyeliner. I'm gonna go over in the opposite corner of where I put shadows, and I'm just gonna go and add some lights all over. Now to add more magic to my scales, I'm using the NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to apply it where I put the highlight, and we use a brush. And this is just gonna add more texture to my scales and make it look more magical. You can see right here how it pops out a little bit more the scale by giving it another texture, and I'm just gonna do this in every single other scale. Now that I made it this far with my body, I would like to add I'm gonna start doing stuff on my face, so I can start adding little by little, going back and forward from the face to the body to add more details and achieve the look. Now we're gonna grab our horns, and I'm gonna apply glue for prosthetics in the inner part, and then I'm gonna attach it to my bowl cap.
I'm using the end of a brush like a roller just to keep the edges down and flat. I'm going over with some cream paint in white to blend everything together and make the whole horns and bowl cap as a whole piece. I'm gonna be using our gray eyeshadow in order to bring shadows under my eyebrows and make my eyes look bigger. I'm also dragging the eyeshadow to my hairline, or where my hairline used to be, just to make my eyes look longer. With a lighter gray eyeshadow, I'm doing my contour on my cheekbones and under my lips. I also wanted to add some pink to my eyes to make my dragon look more girly. Now with this liquid liner from NYX, we're gonna do our cat eye. The easiest way for me to do an eyeliner is to add the line on top of my lashes and then drag a little wing out. For my lips, I'm just gonna use white cream paint. I'm going to mix this glitter from NYX with some chunky glitter to use it as a highlighter. I found this rhinestone online. They come in a sheet, and I thought it was perfect for my crown, so I'm just gonna peel it off and apply it in the center of my forehead. I also got single rhinestones in different sizes and shapes because we needed more and more and more. I'm applying the little ones with tweezers and some lash glue, and we're just gonna go crazy and apply them everywhere. And I also got some with drop shape, and I put them on top of my scales because they will do an amazing contrast. With a black shadow, I add some details to my horns. And for the hair, I'm using a white wig and a bobby pin to place it through my ball cap on the back. To add more royalty look at this dragon, I wanted to add some chains hanging from my horns, so I got this chain from the craft store and just put them around my horns. For my hairstyle, I took a piece of the wig from the back to the front through my horns in order to create these fake bangs. I'm adding some blush. Also, I know I was missing something, and it was glitter on my eyes. And for lashes, I created this by gluing black paper into actual lashes. I wanted to add a little bit more of pink under my eyes because I love how it looks. And before I get any further with my eyes, it's time to put my contact lenses. When I wear white contacts, I try to put them almost at the end of the look because it's really hard to actually see with them. Now to finish the eye look, I'm using very dramatic bottom lashes. For the lips, I'm gonna use red from this palette and apply it in the center. And then some black in the middle to get these poisonous lips. To finish the look and dress my queen, I created this very luxurious cape out of a very inexpensive fabric.
So this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment if you had a dragon, what color would it be?